I'm Mason, and I guess I could best sum it up like I love Jesus, rock and roll, and Marvel movies. That's about me. So when I was 7, my dad was 35 at the time, and he played hockey 5 nights a week. And on one particular night, he was playing and he passed out. They thought that he was dehydrated, so they took him to the ER, and the ER doctor decided, oh, well, let's do a CT scan just to make sure, and they found tumors on his liver and pancreas about the size of a golf ball. He got diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. He didn't show any signs or symptoms of that. We went through a long journey of surgeries and him being in the hospital in a coma for 3 months, and his cancer finally started to stop growing. And then a few days before my 15th birthday, it came back again. And so he had to have another surgery, which was really hard, but now he's in remission. All his scans have come back good. But because of this, I had to grow up really fast, and it was really hard on my mental health. And so I was hospitalized for my anxiety last year. And that was something that I wasn't expecting, because I always had to be strong for everybody else. But I kind of gets hard sometimes when you're not taking care of yourself. So I think this past year I've just been working on myself and just my journey into loving life again and appreciating everything around me. My decision to go to the hospital, we were going to get the rental car, because like I said, we were going to go out of town to Chicago, my dad and I. So then we're going to get the rental car, and I was having I've had panic attacks before, but it was just like panic, like I could not stop. And I finally, like, as hard it was for me, I'm like, I need help, which is really hard for me to say, because I'm very like, oh, I can do this all on my own. But it got to the point where I'm like, I don't want to live a life that's just like, like this, because this is not a way to live. And I finally decided, like, step back and decided that I needed help. I think there was a lot of times with my faith in situations like that, I didn't understand why it was happening. And I don't want to say I was angry, but I was disappointed, because, we were just a normal family, and I didn't understand why it had to be us. Me and my family are firm believers that everything is put in place for a reason, and God does everything for a reason. And I think God has put like amazing people in our lives because of it, and he has had amazing things come out of it. Me being in the hospital, I was really angry because I had like a really fun weekend planned like that weekend, and I couldn't go, and I kind of just stayed in bed like the whole time I was there. But for some reason, I felt like God called me that Sunday to go to the church service that they had. And at the end, they passed out a card, and it had my life verse on it. So that was kind of his way of saying, like, I got you and everything's going to be okay. But I think for sure it was really hard at certain points. But I think now looking back on it, God has really put everything in place, and everything, he always has everything worked out. Even though your life feels like it's out of control, I think he has everything in place for a reason. It's actually strengthened my faith as long as with my family's. So as a family, like going through that and growing closer to God was, I don't want to say it was hard for us, because it was kind of just like in those situations where they told us that he wasn't going to make it, and then he made this miraculous recovery. It's almost like, how do you not put your faith in God because of all that? And, we always go to church together every Sunday, and we just take just the little moments when we're watching the Blues hockey game together, or just little things like that. We don't take it for granted anymore, because it's those little things that we really appreciate. And I think, God's put all of us together, and I'm glad that I have such like a strong relationship with my mom and dad and my brother and sister, and they're just so amazing. And but yeah, I think that it's just God has also put other people in our lives and shown his work through other people. There's sin in the world, and you're not going to have this perfect, glamorous life. It's going to be hard sometimes, which is unfortunate, but And it's also okay to ask for help when you need it. You know, you're not alone. You're not struggling alone. There's someone that cares for you, and God cares for you, and everybody is just so uniquely special and has like a place in this world. And I think once you realize that, it becomes a words of comfort and love for them. I think God's also given me empathy towards other people, that I can, see when they're sad or they're hurting, and just doing little things to help them for that, which is really great, because, just doing little things like maybe getting my mom flowers or something whenever she's feeling down, or one of my friends just doing sending a text to somebody and just letting them know I'm here for them. So at Messiah, I'm Messiah PM group leader, and I'm the mentor for the freshman, sophomore girls, and they are just an amazing group of girls, and I love just every week getting to go and share Jesus to them, and they are always so insightful and so amazing, and I love having discussions with them about, and just knowing that they know that God loves them so much, and it's so amazing. My life verse is Psalm 139. It's, I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. So in that verse I really like is because I know that God made me unique. He gave me all the personality traits that I have, and he made me special, and it makes me feel like, even if I feel weird or something is like I'm different from other people, it's like God made me this way, and then I'm special in his eyes, so I really like that verse a lot.